welcome back. It's Jessica with Keepers of the Old Ways. Today I thought I would bring you along with me as I prepare a meal for us to take to soccer tonight. So we've ate out a few times. We're sick of eating out and spending the money. We have a ton of chicken that we raised and harvested in the freezer. So I am going to take one of our chickens that we have. I have it all cut up here. I did not record doing that because I'm terrible at that. That's Tater's job. But we're going to take this chicken and turn it into something yummy to soccer. And then I have Jacob over here. Let's see. We have Jacob. He's going to help make supper with me. So this is what our kitchen's looking like. I have a table that we brought in to prep and prepare and serve meals on if we need to. And then we have the stove and we have our table that we can serve food on or prepare plates on, and then our little coffee station. So we still don't have water, we still don't have counters, we still don't have shelves, pantries, or any of that. So we're just gonna make do. So I thought I would bring you along with us as we prepare this. So Jacob just washed his hands and he is gonna start cutting potatoes, and he is gonna put some butter. We have butter right here. We're gonna get butter in the bottom of the crock pot, half of that in the bottom. We'll layer potatoes and then put the butter on top. We'll season them with garlic, salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. We're gonna salt, pepper the chicken, and then we're just going to sear it in our pan, our cast iron pan over here. So I'm gonna get started with that and I'll bring you right along.
How small do you want these? Itty bitty pieces?
Not itty bitty, just little chunks.
So like this, kind of?
It can be bigger than that.
Like this size then?
Yep, even a little bigger than that. Remember, it's a chunk. Almost like you're going to put, if it's a big potato, you'll put it in like 8 pieces. If it's a medium potato, like 4 pieces. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fun when like the professional chef thing.
No, let's not do that.
And
You might pop your fingers on that, so let's not do that.
Mama, look where I put my hands. How am I going to put my
You're
fingers?
getting them in the little pieces.
Yeah.
We don't need little pieces, and then we're going to chunk. We don't want them to get mushy.
What?
Nope, stop.
I'm going to show you.
Down.
I was going to show you something.
Okay, but watch your finger. Good job. That's better. So we're just going to get this seared and brown on one side, and then we're going to flip it over and do it again. So about probably 5 minutes on one side and 5 minutes on the other. If yours is off the bone, you could do less time. It wouldn't take as long, but I left everything on the bone just because I'm peaked for time. I didn't realize how late it was. We need to leave here a little after 4 because it takes us an hour to get to soccer. So, and it is already almost 2 o'clock, so we are pushing it to get this done. So we're going to try to get this in the crock pot as quick as possible. So it's been about 5 minutes, and I'm going to flip this over. Oh, look at that. Got some little pieces that I'm going to flip over. And then, so now we're going to go back over here to Jacob. And Jacob is going to get our butter in. So we're going to put half of this in to the crock pot, and then we're going to put the potatoes on there and sprinkle them with some salt, some pepper, some Italian seasoning, and some garlic powder. So let's grab our salt and pepper. We've got some more chicken we've got to get going, but we're going to let that cook for a while over there. Jacob is going to, we decided maybe we should do these in smaller pieces since how we're crunched for time. So he was doing a good job cutting them in smaller pieces. He knew what he was doing. So we're going to get half of our butter in here so it can start melting. We have the crock pot already heating up for us. That's probably good, buddy. Okay, so now we have our butter in here, and since I went ahead and let the crock pot preheat, we can get this butter melting a little faster so our potatoes can kind of be in that and not stick. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of garlic and Italian seasoning in the bottom. That way, as soon as these one potatoes go in, they are gonna sit on top of this. It is so humid in this house, y'all. A lot of our powder seasonings almost clump. Oop, I made a mess. Okay, so now we're gonna start layering some of our potatoes in there. Good job, Jacob. Jacob absolutely loves to be in the kitchen. This is his favorite place to be, is cooking, and he is a master at making anything with rice. He makes yellow rice from scratch, and it is awesome. So now we have our potatoes in there. We are going to make sure we sprinkle them with some garlic powder. I'm not doing a good job of filming, guys. Sorry. Oh, Jacob's going to take over. Okay, we're going to sprinkle the garlic powder, the Italian seasoning, the salt and pepper.
How much salt do you want to put in there?
Oh, however much you like. Some people like more salt. Some people don't need salt. Some people like a lot of pepper. So this, your seasonings, you could change this up and make this like a Cajun thing if you wanted to. Or you could put it like taco seasonings on it. You can make it however you want. So you can make it more of an Asian style and put some of those seasonings on it. This is your flavors. So this is just a base. Potatoes, chicken, butter, and then add your seasonings. We're going to top all of this once we get the potatoes in and our chicken in. We're going to top it with Parmesan cheese. So we like cheesy goodness in this house, right?
Yes, very much.
That's what we're going to do. So now we're going to finish cooking the chicken. Jacob's going to finish chopping potatoes. We're going to stir this up, and then we'll come back and show you the rest. All right, Jacob has decided we have plenty of potatoes. We're going to dump the last of them in. And then he's going to stir it all up. We'll put a little more salt and pepper. Okay. Good job, buddy. That's probably a good amount of salt. Now we're going to add some pepper. And then we can stir it all up. All right, now we'll get this chicken off. We're gonna hand the camera over to Jacob, and I'm gonna get the chicken off and put that in and put the next batch of chicken in here to start cooking.
That looks good.
Don't it look yummy? All right, now we're gonna put this on top of the potatoes.
Does it matter how many potatoes you have?
It does not matter. We used, what, about 8 potatoes because they're kind of a medium to small size potato. So you can make this where it's the amount you need to feed your family or to have leftovers. We're going to pour all that yummy goodness of the juice. Now we're going to get our next set, the rest of our chicken cooking, so we can get that done. So all I used on my chicken was salt and pepper, and that was it.
Is this all one chicken?
One of our chickens that we raised. So we're gonna sear this on both sides now for about 5 or 10 minutes. I went a little longer since how I'm crunched for time. So I may sear this a little, took this a little longer because we don't have as long for it to be in the crock pot to get it done. So if you have plenty of time, depending on the size of your chicken, 3 to 5 minutes on each side, just till it's good and brown. We're gonna take the chicken off, put it in there, and then we're gonna put some more butter. We're gonna sprinkle it with a little garlic and Italian over the top of the chicken, and then we're gonna put some Parmesan, put the lid on it, and let it just do its thing. Okay, so the last of my chicken is done. I'm gonna get that in here. I'm trying to do this one-handed, y'all, so bear with me. Jacob is getting ready for his soccer game. Soccer dude is ready. He's got his uniform on. Now we're gonna finish cooking. So he's gonna take over recording. I'm gonna dump this juice that we have in there. Okay, now we're going to put a little bit of garlic on here, garlic powder. If you have minced garlic, fresh garlic, that's 10 times better. But we used all of ours up in the fireside recipes that we made. We're gonna put some Italian seasoning on top. Okay. We're going to take the rest of the butter that we have. So I probably had about a half a stick of butter is what I'm using in here. And I put it on the bottom. And now I'm just going to space it throughout in here. And it can run down. It's to help keep the moisture. Chicken is a little lean. And so, plus, you know, we're in the South. We like butter. If it's not bacon grease, it's butter that we use. So now we've got all our butter in here. About a half a stick of butter is what I use. I'm gonna throw a little bit of salt on top, a little bit of pepper on top. I'm not a measurer, and I'm sure the recipe that I glanced at briefly told me it would be better to use fresh Parmesan. We don't have any. We're gonna use what we have. That's what you like. The best part about it is using up what we have. So I'm just gonna sprinkle Parmesan and cover it pretty liberally. And then we're just gonna put the lid on it and we're gonna let it do its thing. And then tonight, when Jacob's soccer game is over, I'll bring plates and forks and spoons and cups, and we'll have everything we need to sit down and eat. And we'll just eat at the truck on the tailgate is what we'll do. But we'll show you everybody trying this and see what they think. If you don't think you have a kitchen, like, or if you think you can't cook because you don't have a kitchen, you can. Like, we just threw a table in here and we just made a small area where we could prep everything. Yes, we're having to tote it back and forth. Yes, we probably have a mess across this floor and we've already swept and mopped once, and now there's probably grease and potatoes everywhere, but that cleans up. You can eat at home and prepare a meal without a working kitchen. Give it a try. What do you think? You like the chicken? Yeah? Gabby, what do you think? Is it gross? You can tell the truth. If it's not a good recipe, we won't make it again.
As the camera's out.
Well, then what do you think?
That's really good. It just tastes like normal chicken and potatoes.
Can't really taste the Parmesan.
No, not really.
Jacob added some more Parmesan to his.
You added Parmesan to this?
Huh?
You added Parmesan to this?
I did. So you can save money during the soccer season by making your food ahead, packing it, and eating on the tailgate. Alright y'all, we hope you enjoyed this video, and I am so thankful to have my kitchen done. Now that is an old video. Of course you can see we've been using our kitchen like crazy, but I just wanted to encourage everyone during this busy season of soccer or baseball, graduation, summer coming up with vacations, that you can feed your family if you just take a little bit of prep time. And I also want to encourage you moms out there, if you're remodeling, you can feed your family without a full working kitchen. It takes just a little bit of planning, and that's hard when we're always on the go. But I encourage you, get in that kitchen, save your family some money, and feed them some good food. We hope you enjoyed this video, and just remember y'all, keep living like your ancestors did. Get in that kitchen and feed your family. We'll see you in the next video.